What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound. And I do have a new song out recently called Summer Gravity, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, I want to talk about the upcoming Conclave Arcana mini set packs. And the price of SPS, or I should say the value of SPS, has dipped so far below the intended peg value, right? And we're already down to 0.0065 or 6.65 pennies is exactly where it's at. Now, the thing is, when you take a look ahead and consider the fact that, you know, this set should hopefully be out in the next month or two, and the price per pack in SPS is 350 SPS, I did the math here on a separate side, but it's $2.27 per pack, which is kind of crazy when you consider all of the other, pack prices that we've had in the past. Now, traditionally, these are mini set packs. They go for $5, similar to what we saw with the Rift Watchers for a long time. And I guess if you're considering the Conclave Arcana main packs, those are reduced as well right now at 58% of their peg value, right? So 0.583 times 4 is roughly $2.33. So in a way, we are looking at $2 packs here, right? For both Conclave Arcana as well as the mini set. And I don't know, to me, that's interesting. Now, the Conclave Arcana core set, like, a lot of people bought their packs already. I think, sure, if you want to go into it, you can grab some DEC. But for me, like, I'm grabbing DEC now for land, just because I need a ton of DEC to stake on land. So that's why I'm not as focused on the Conclave Arcana core set. But the mini set is interesting because this is more than 50% below what the soft peg price is supposed to be for SPS when you're looking at it through the lens of the Conclave Arcana mini set. And so, $2.27, that's not a terrible price. Now, I want to be very clear. None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you to go and buy packs. I'm not telling you to go and buy SPS. I'm simply saying that the discount on these packs is significant, is like very, very significant. And that doesn't mean it can't go lower, right? You can absolutely get a better discount. Maybe this thing drops further, right? All-time low is 0.0041. I wouldn't be surprised if we test that again. But the point being is that when you just look at this from a dollar perspective through the current value of SPS and how that gets you packs, I mean, $2.27 packs, we were all screaming for like $1 packs for a long time. This is the closest I think that we're going to get. I mean, sure, like I said, you can still go on the Conclave Arcana side, but I do think this mini set is going to have some cool stuff in it. The team is excited about it, and there's some cards available, and you'll be able to literally get it off the jump with this cheaper price. Whereas with Conclave Arcana, many people went in and had to buy either with credits or with DEC close to peg, right? So now if you're buying Conclave Arcana core, it's like it's been out for a while. You don't get the full benefits of it. So I'm just looking at this and I'm considering it to myself when I say, okay, if I was to start maybe swapping some of the DEC that I had into SPS to potentially get some of these packs, there's kind of a twofold approach here, right? I could buy SPS and stake it, right, and get some of the benefits of that, which would be fantastic because at least for another month or so, you won't need that SPS. So I could literally stake it today and then start unstaking it and get the full thing by mid-November. But it's like you could grab some of this SPS. Either SPS goes up, right? Either SPS goes up, and then you get the choice of, well, do I want the packs or do I want the gain on the SPS? SPS stays flat, at which point you're buying the packs at the current price, which is a little bit over $2, or SPS goes down, at which point, I guess you could have bought in cheaper at a later time. Now, what's the most likely scenario? I have no idea, and I'm not here to make predictions. All I'm saying is, traditionally, in the past, when there's been hype for a new set and all that, people come in and they buy what is needed in order to purchase those packs. And at this point in time, when you consider that you can buy with SPS, DEC, and USDC, SPS is the biggest arbitrage on that. And so I wouldn't be surprised, at the very least, to see SPS get bought up to whatever level it needs to be at parity with DEC when it comes to the pricing of the pack. So what do I mean by that? Well, it'd be roughly, 60%, we'll call it, of the 1.4 cent peg. So let's see, 0.6 times 1.4. So roughly 0.0084, right? So again, I'm not making that prediction. All I'm saying is that we've seen similar patterns of behavior in the past, and I'll be watching this closely. So again, none of this financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy SPS. I'm not telling you to buy PAX. I'm not telling you to buy DEC. I'm just looking at this, watching SPS bleed along with many, many of the other alts in, during this kind of whatever you want to call it, the start of the bear market. and I'm thinking to myself, well, there could be a potential opportunity here. At the very least, you're buying PAX for $2.27. At the very best, you're able to flip some SPS, and who knows what happens if things start to pick up. And at the very worst, you're still buying packs for $2.27. Could you have bought them cheaper? Yeah, but at least you got them for that price if you're okay with that price. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.